We are here in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, and we shot in Sayulita before coming here in Puerto Vallarta. This is Conchachinas. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Maybe I'm not. But I brought a very, very minimal setup, and I want to show it to you because I think there's interesting things in here that you might actually want to replicate on your next trip. I used to bring a lot of gear when traveling in the past, but now I've found a way to really reduce the kit to the minimum. So let me put you on the table right here and see how that goes. Like so. Okay, so first off, the actual bag itself. So this is a Woolton Craft, and I want to thank the guys at Woolton Craft because they did send me this beautiful pack in that very interesting canvas. This is a canvas that I'm not afraid to bring into harsh conditions like, you know, the beach or rain and so on and so forth. And I like the size of it also. And I like the fact that it has a lot of pockets, but also that it's pretty minimal. Look at the size of it. That is a very small bag. So the first thing I want to do is to show you the back of it. So there's a nice little pocket right here where I store a very simple item. Again, this is a very minimalist setup that I brought here in Mexico. And this is my field notes. So I like to take notes about what I'm seeing and people I'm meeting and so on and so forth. So nothing beats a good old little, field notes like that. Do I have something else in there? Oh yeah, I think you guys are now pretty familiar with these little guys here. So this is the AirTag from Apple, so I can actually track my bag if it gets lost or if it gets stolen. Fortunately, nothing of that happened so far. So far so good, knock on wood. So that's the exterior of the bag, and they have a very pretty, clever mechanism right here where you just have to do this to unlock it, but it also has magnetic clips like so. So you can access your gear very, very easily. So you do this like that, and up. It's open and it flaps up like that. And in the actual bag, well, before we go in the bag, I want to show you that there's another pocket right here. And do I have something in here? Yeah, I do have some stuff, some business cards. I really recommend when you travel and you do street photography or you're documenting your trip to bring some of these business cards, because you never know when somebody's going to go like, hey, what are you guys doing? Taking photography on the street, and why are you taking a photo of me? So you can always show them, your business card and show them that you're legit. So I never leave the house without them anymore. That's something I learned through traveling for so many years. So brought these little cards, and I'll put a link to the actual card holder that I really like below if you guys are interested in having something similar. What else in the front pocket right here? We have an extra battery, so that actually shows you the type of camera that I brought. So those are the older Fujifilm batteries. And let's see what else we have in there. This is for the GoPro. Didn't brought the GoPro out since I started. I really wanted to enjoy the trip and relax, not filming any street videos, POV, and so on and so forth. I really wanted to do photography for myself and not having to think about video and photos, and I did so, and I'm actually very happy. If you're interested in seeing some of the pictures that I took over here in Sayulita in Puerto Vallarta, please hit the link down below. I'll have a link to a blog post or where I stored some of the photos that I took. So I didn't really use that GoPro a lot, but it's there. So now the main action, so the actual inside of the bag, it actually fits a camera and a lens. It could be bigger cameras, but I decided to go with the Fujifilm X100V. This is a camera that's dear to my heart because I started my whole Fujifilm journey on the original Fujifilm X100, and that one is the V model, and it's finally weather sealed. And I have this really cool, I want to show you. This is a Nisi, I think it's called, little lens cap here, or lens hood, with a filter built in it, so I don't have to actually have an extra accessory. I just do this. And the cool part about this version of the filter and the lens hood is that it actually accepts the original Fujifilm cap like this. So now the lens is protected and the actual whole kit is protected. And so the other thing that's in the bag, first off, is this, again, this other great strap from Wolton Craft. I'll put a link down below. Really like this strap. This is one that is a neck strap, and that's a long strap. I like to put my cameras on the side when I have, neck straps. So they did send me that. So I'll put a link down below if you want to see what the real craftsmanship look like. Really enjoy these products from Wolton Craft. So I highly entice you to go see what they are making there. And to make this the ultimate small and minimalist setup, I did bring a lens with me. And when I say a lens, you might ask, like, how can you put a lens on a fixed lens camera like that? Well, we know that this is 35mm equivalent. This is a 23 on a crop sensor, so it makes it a 35. But sometimes I want to go wider than that, especially when I do street photography when I'm traveling. So the good news is that there is an option, and this is the WCL X100, and this is especially for the X100 series, and this is the version 2. It actually fits right here, on the right side, and on the left side I have the camera, so very handy to have that little bag. I did put the former X100 lens hood that I bought with my original one, so it actually fits on that one. That's the good news. So I have it permanently attached, so it protects the front element, and then it's just a screw-on system. So let me show you. You remove the Nisi filter right there, and now it exposes the lens, and then you put that here, and once it's mounted, you now have a portable 28mm system. Let me take a photo here of the setup. Boom. And this is 24mm right here on this Fujifilm X100 view. So I really invite you to go see more details about that product. I find that this is the ultimate solution when it comes to traveling, because you don't have to, have multiple lenses and so on and so forth. There's actually a crop mode also on the Fujifilm X100 that you can use if you want to zoom in a bit. I wouldn't recommend zooming in super far, because this is a 26 megapixel APS-C sensor, but still the option is there. And then you have the 28. There's also a tele converter that you can buy. I actually sold that one because I didn't really use it when I was traveling and so on, and this is mainly my travel camera. But again, if you want to have the ultimate setup, I'll put a link to another video that I did I think it was a year ago, that stated the whole shebang for this X100, the ultimate kit. But for this travel, very happy with the setup so far. I did bring the Leica M10 also for some shots that were more intentional, but I think that if you're looking for the best travel setup in the Fujifilm world, I mean, this can't be beaten. 28mm equivalent with this adapter, the X100 itself, a little wrist strap, an extra battery, some business cards, and off you go. You can travel the world and be able to capture some incredible images. So if you have any questions about, oh, by the way, if you're asking what this is a Lensmate little soft release, and that's another thing that is not essential for your travel. Of course, you can still take photos without it, but it makes the whole shooting experience even better. Sometimes I put a thumb rest. I didn't bring it for this trip, but thumb rest can also be a very interesting little add-on. But if you have any questions about any of the products that I discussed today, please ask them down below. I will be sharing the photos from the Puerto Vallarta and actually Constantinas and Sayulita a little bit later in another video, and maybe do a voiceover. Again, I did not do any POV type video, but you'll be able to see the images I capture with this and some with the Leica M10. But the links will be down below if you're interested in any of those products, and if you have any questions, please ask them away. I've been Fred Ranger. Please enjoy life, be happy, and enjoy your travel. Cheers.